Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome in. Happy holiday to my fellow Canadian friends. It is Thanksgiving here in my country. For those of you who celebrate, I hope you're having a lovely long weekend. I'm here to do a collective reading on the transit of Mercury in Scorpio, which actually occurred about a week ago, but I wanted to wait until Pluto, Scorpio's ruling planet, turned direct, which it did so today as I record this message. When Pluto makes any kind of a move, it's like a seismic shift on an energetic level. It's been retrograde and directed between Capricorn and Aquarius for about the past 6 months. And definitely that energy can be felt. It's very deep. Pluto is a very karmic planet, as is Saturn. Those are the two karmic planets. Saturn is Capricorn's ruler, where Pluto was for the past 16 years. But the difference now between the kind of karma that comes with Saturn and the kind of karma that comes with Pluto is that Saturn is very physical, right? It's Capricorn, it's earth energy. It's about the things, our institutions, our money, our jobs, the practical things, the things we can touch and see. And when karmic action takes place under the energy of Capricorn, it can very much affect those areas of life. When we're talking about Pluto, it's on a much, much deeper, more invisible level. Pluto rules the 8th house of the zodiac, which is Scorpio's house. It's the house of the psyche, the unknown, the hidden, the taboo. It is where secrets are kept as well. And in the energy right now, we can all very much feel, of course, a lot operating under the surface, a lot that can't be seen. In about a week from now, we're going to have a lot of planets in Scorpio. We're going to have Mars and Mercury, the Sun and Venus, and the Moon. The new moon that happens is actually in the final degree of Libra, but it's so close that scorpionic energy is there. Anyway, my point is this. The deep, slow-acting, invisible karma that comes with Pluto plays out over time and is very much subversive. It's very much below the surface at this time, especially with Mercury, because remember, Mercury is about communication, but more than that, it's about our own thoughts, and we're dealing with the psyche. A lot of things that were once pushed way down below the surface inside of us now could be coming to the surface to speak. Nothing hidden in Scorpio energy. No matter what out there in the collective or what internal in our own lives, we think that we're getting away with. I talked about this when Mars moved into Scorpio. If anybody believes the lies that you tell, or you believe the lies that you tell, or we believe the lies that are told, it doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. It doesn't require belief, and that is Scorpio's thing. So it will always be there just below the surface. With this activation of Pluto going direct, that kind of doubles down on the energy. And because it's direct in Aquarius, there's a purpose for this truth. It's because you don't want to take the hidden psyche into the future. You don't want to build that on a foundation of lies that we're told, either to others, to ourselves, out there in the collective. Ultimately, it is difficult work. It is the collective shadow and our own shadow that we're dealing with right now, all through Scorpio season, having to answer to truths that it doesn't matter. Truths that maybe we were afraid to face even about our own selves. In the words of Carl Jung, one of my favorites, he says, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will continue to direct your life, and that's what you will call fate. Mercury in Scorpio makes the unconscious conscious, so that you are not being directed by that lower shadow energy or believing your own lies. It's a very, very interesting transit, my friends, and especially when Venus gets there. It is worth mentioning right now, and I have before, that the dark moon Lilith is also in Scorpio while all this is happening. I've gone into that in other videos, so I won't in this one, but when Venus hits Scorpio, it activates the dark moon, which is incredibly potent energy in terms of truth being spoken and the freedom that comes from that, and the fearlessness behind the pursuit for authenticity. And that is Scorpio energy through and through. All right, let's get into the reading. It's still a general reading, so for anybody, any sign, you won't resonate with everything that I say because it is a general reading. So take what fits for you as it does, if it does, and leave the rest behind. I'll be focusing mainly on your energy, but if anyone else appears in the spread, it can always be vice versa or interchangeable. Keep that in mind. All right. Mercury in Scorpio with Pluto direct. Wow. Also, Pluto is going direct in Aquarius. Not a lot of people know this maybe, but Aquarius is co-ruled by Saturn. It was its original ruler before they discovered Uranus. So we still have that karmic energy playing out, but it's bringing about great change. Okay. From the blue deck, we're going to start with apparently. We have man holding a coin, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. The King of Pentacles, which is what this is very much an energy about investment, stability, not one to waste his time or energy or effort into things that aren't going to grow and provide safety over time. We have the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. That's the third eye, which Scorpio is the psychic of the tarot, of the zodiac. Okay, so there could be psychic communication happening here. And then we have the sun, Leo's ruler, illumination. Could be about psychic clarity coming through here. Interesting. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have rest and rejuvenate, but there's more going on here than that. This character's in the lotus pose, receiving information through the third eye. This is a very meditative energy. So I compare it to the Four of Swords in tarot, which obviously comes after the Three of Swords. You could be integrating heartbreak from the past, but I definitely feel like there's some kind of psychic illumination or communication coming through here. Interesting. Okay. Let's do one from the wisdom. We have number 43 and number 40. So 4s are very important. Message in a bottle coming. Now this can be a message that you don't expect or coming kind of from an unexpected source. Change in the wind. I always note that to me it looks like this zebra is carrying a house on his back. Like moving maybe. And then we have go the distance. Number 47. Another number 4. Okay. I mean, I'm getting cards about moving for sure, but what did I say about the King of Pentacles? This is about wanting to see through to the end, whatever it is that you invest in. Message in a bottle, and then time to go, time to take action. See it through till the end. Okay, let's get into it with the naked heart. What's on your mind here? What's going on? The Knight of Cups. This is my Romeo energy. It's funny because we have Venus and Libra. I just did a reading on that. And the Knight of Cups always reminds me of Venus and Libra, but this could be an apology, a confession, an offer of some kind that you want to make. And keep going. How do you feel? Let me see. Let me see. We have the Four of Wands, which is interesting because I mentioned that home on the back of the zebra. And the Four of Wands can definitely be about finding a place where you feel like you belong. It's achieving a wish. It could be about stability, a home, change in the wind, and go the distance. Four of Wands is very strong soulmate energy as well. And we have that psychic communication happening. Okay, let's keep going. What actions are coming up for you here? This is wish fulfillment. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. The Nine of Cups is about getting what you wished for. And again, I see that with the Four of Wands in your heart. Go the distance. That's not the 10 of Cups. The distance is the 10 of Cups, and this Knight is holding that final cup. And it can be about making something stable. I'm still practicing with my new dental work, my friends. Let me see the energy around you. The 10 of Cups can be whatever defines that for you. It's those invisible things. Love, happiness, family, sex, joy, creativity. Creativity as the Queen of Wands comes out. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now this could be somebody around you with the 4 of Wands in your heart. It wouldn't surprise me. The Queen of Wands inspires that kind of creative thought. Very, very attractive energy. And then we have the Lovers here. Whoa. The Lovers and the 4 of Wands. There could be a very, very intuitive connection. Either way, there's a magnetic draw here towards this Queen of Wands. The Lovers is Gemini's major arcana. And I always say it's the twins, right? It represents 2 sides of ourselves. But we're dealing with Pluto. And I've mentioned before, Plutonic relationships, that is relationships that have a lot of Pluto in the contact between the 2 people, tend to bring up this kind of energy. It's a mirroring energy. And Pluto is a mirror. Okay. But it sends us to a crossroads, and we generally need to make some kind of choice then. Can be about 2 sides of ourselves, our past, our future, different opportunities. Okay. Very passionate energy here. What's the challenge? What's the challenge? The 9 of Pentacles. I see 2 9s here, but not 2 10s, and we have go the distance. The 9 of Pentacles is incredibly independent and used to being independent. So whether that is you in a place where you're good, like you're fully fulfilled on your own, or it could be that this person you're moving towards is, and you got to bring something to the picture. Let's see. Potential outcome. What? Well, this came out of left field. We have the 5 of Swords, Libra energy. Now, look at this chart. The 5 of Swords could be a difficult conversation that you need to have. We talked about that. This Queen of Wands can be quite feisty. And so maybe with this apology, you want to come in and like ease the situation. Also, though, the 5 of Swords can be our own thoughts. It can be where we're using sharp words to get to ourselves. Self-sabotage. I see the 8 of Swords here, yeah. Okay, let me clarify actually. No, you know what? And I reach the pulpit, and I'm gonna let me see the Knight of Cups on your mind. So this could be an offer or an apology. We have Virgo energy with the Hermit. The Hermit is very wise. He's definitely a soul searcher. He relies upon only his own counsel and what he's learned. Now, within you, you could be like realizing something here that you want to apologize for or you want to offer. You could have been in a place of hiding here with the Hermit. Let me see. The Hermit. Look at, it's the 7 of Swords. Okay, 5 of Swords here. And then the 8 of Cups. Okay. The 7 of Swords is a card about hidden strategies again. Swords being our thoughts and being our mind. Now, within you, let's see what came out with that. Yeah. The 4 of Cups. Yeah, there's something here with your strategy that maybe it backfired. 8 of Cups. That's about having the courage to walk away from things that are not fulfilling. Now, somebody could have walked away because there was suspicion. 7 of Swords can be about suspicion too. But either way here, I do think that there's something that you want to apologize for with this Knight of Cups, or confess to. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's the King of Pentacles. Now, you could have been in a place of hesitancy in the past. Like I said, the King of Pentacles doesn't invest easily. When he does so with great intent. And maybe that's why the hesitancy, I'm not sure. Let me see the 4 of Wands in the heart. But I knew that King, okay. I knew that King of Pentacles would, yeah. When I said he invests, he does so with intent. The Hierophant, Taurus's major arcana. The Hierophant is about our belief systems. It's about commitments and values. It could be also about going the distance. It could be about finances. Yeah, okay, yeah, it could be. Because we have the 5 of Pentacles. There's a feeling about lack or being left out in the cold, especially from the warmth of the 4 of Wands. This could have something to do with a home or a job for you as well, or finances, as I said. And then Temperance. Look at all the major arcana coming out. Temperance is the soulmate angel. Sagittarius energy is about patience, divine timing, but also about that alchemy being performed behind the scenes to bring together 2 unlikely elements, like the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Okay. Let me see the 9 of Cups. Yeah, but definitely feeling a sense of lack in the heart. Yeah. The 8 of Cups. Well, that's interesting. We already saw the 8 of Cups. It is my emotional pilgrimage card, like I said. It's about walking away from things that didn't go the distance. Not the 10 of Cups, right? Walking towards the 9th cup, what will make you happy. With this 4 of Cups, I feel like you're bored where you are, or you're definitely not feeling fulfilled. There's a restlessness, especially when I see this change in the wind. For some reason, that brings about Pluto direct, that Aquarius energy of sudden change. Yeah, go the distance. For your Wands, there's a new horizon you want to explore. And this character is dressed up like an ocean explorer. What do you want to explore? What your heart is longing for, that's the 4 of Wands. 3 to the 4 of Wands, 2 different decks. I mentioned ocean explorer, and we have together here 17 cups, a lot of cups. That's what you're looking towards. What will fulfill you? What will make you happy? What will? Look what it is. It's the 2 of Cups, which is what that 8 of Cups is in pursuit of. Go the distance. The 10 of Cups. Could require travel. I get that with go the distance and change in the wind. Let me see the Lovers and the Queen of Wands. Okay. We have the 3 of Swords, air energy. Remember we saw that 7 of Swords? Now, there could be a cycle of heartbreak in the past between the 2 of you. And maybe that's why it's difficult for you to move towards this person. Did we see rest and rejuvenate? Yeah, look at that. Remember I said the 4 of Swords? 3 of Swords with this Queen of Wands. Let's have one more there. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. So I feel like you want to have a communication here to this Queen of Wands. some kind of offer of stability attached, but also some kind of idea or plan. Now, you may be quite excited about this idea. Let's have one more. For some of you with those pages too, there could be kids involved. Let me see the Three of Swords. The Tower and the Nine of Cups. Oh my. The Tower, Scorpio, Aquarius energy for me, but also Aries. The Tower is sudden change, but also it can be about movement, moving, travel, out of nowhere. Also, the Tower is where all the illusions fall away, where what shouldn't be standing anymore cannot. Got to get to the star, to the new beginning. Nine of Cups. Now, this could be somebody that you have a lot of attraction for. Look at this Nine of Cups. I always say this looks like Mrs. Robinson from The Graduate, right? Very sexy, attractive energy for you. Nine of Cups over here. Okay. One more there with the Nine of Cups. I mean, there could have been an energy about overindulgence in the past. Nine of Cups. But we have you wanting to move towards the Nine of Cups, represented here by the Queen of Wands. Yeah, yes. Oh my goodness. The Two of Cups. Venus and Cancer energy. This is my soulmate energy. We have the Lovers, the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups. We have this psychic connection. It's incredibly deep. And there is this Three of Swords hanging in between the two of you. And I feel like you want to come in with all of these knights. We have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and make some kind of offer or apology here. And then the Two of Cups, because you want to go the distance. You want the whole picture. There is definitely a guarded energy, though, here. We have another Nine of Wands. You could be afraid, another nine with the Nine of Wands, sorry. You could be afraid of the reaction of this queen, or they could be incredibly defensive toward you because we have Three of Swords attached to them. Why is the Nine of Pentacles in the challenge? That's the only, no, we haven't seen the Knight of Swords. Okay. Interesting. We have the Empress, Divine Feminine, Venus energy. Okay. That Seven of Swords. Libra energy, the Seven of Swords is about hidden strategies. It can be about keeping your plans and your actions to yourself. But anyway, the Page of Wands came out with that. Okay. The Empress is often married. And we have a Nine of Pentacles, so this could be a single Empress here, which is rare. The Empress is all four queens. Could be, again, go the distance, that you see this person as your counterpart. Let's have one more on the Page of Wands. Yeah. Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, go the distance. Nine of Pentacles, right? Now, remember what I said about the Four of Swords, it's about commitment, integration of heartbreak. There could have been a silence between the two of you. Hermit. You could have been doing a lot of soul searching about what makes you happy and what you want. Let me see the Five of Swords, please. That's interesting. I mean, Ace of Swords, a truth. The Ace of Swords is clarity, but this is the Sword of Truth, too. To clear away another Ace. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups brings this Nine to the Ten of Cups. The High Priestess. Interesting. Pisces energy, also for me, Cancer. The High Priestess is very, very intuitive. Okay, let me have one more. What about the high priest? The hermit and the high priestess now? That's a very high spiritual connection for me. Those two, again, with the third eye, they speak in the psychic realm. Let me see the high priestess. Give me a card about wanting to give up. Swords. What the? The Six of Pentacles. Okay. Let me have one more with the Six of Pentacles. The Moon. The Hierophant and the Seven of Swords again. And that Hierophant came back out. What does this have to do with, though? Because it feels like you want to make some kind of offer now. Something you've been keeping quiet about. Let me do one more. The Moon, of course, is what's hidden. And look at this Seven of Swords. Something to do with finances or a payout. Or let's get one more there. What is the Seven of Swords? What is the secret? Now, you could be planning something below the moon here in secret, keeping it to yourself. Unbelievable. I said you could be planning something below the moon. We have death and rebirth, Scorpio energy, a change in the wind. So, and then the Fool, Mars, Aries energy, the brand new beginning, a new path. Go the distance. And it looks like that's what you want to do here, but I don't know why you're keeping it so secretive. We have an Empress in the challenge. Let's have one more with the Fool. What are you leaping towards? The Fool is about freedom and new beginnings. That you've definitely been making these plans in silence. Yeah. Seven of Wands, making plans. And then the Ten of Wands. Okay. The Ten of Wands is the end of we saw the Nine. The end of a very long path. Look how hot that looks and how burdenous. Whatever you've been keeping your silence about, you want freedom from. And you want the freedom to have that new path. Dropping this Ten of Wands. Now, maybe it's been really hard for you to get free, to be able to have this new beginning. Seven of Wands, Six of Swords. Yeah, moving forward. Definitely there could be travel for you here. All right. Let's get some star codes, actually. No. I want to see this Queen of Wands. Let me go to the Rider-Waite. Sometimes the Queen of Wands is the other woman in the situation, and I see the Hierophant, and I see operating below the surface. Now, there could have been an outside situation. Like, this could have started as a third party. It could have started as a secret. And that's what you don't want anymore. Ace of Swords is the truth. You could be coming in to tell a truth. And it could be about you getting free. For some of you, Ace of Cups on the bottom. Let me see the Queen of Wands with the Two of Cups. That's who you see as wish fulfillment. The Queen of Cups. Okay. Let me have one more. The Five of Wands and the Tower. There definitely could have been an argument here. Three of Swords, there could have been competition. And now with the Moon and the Seven of Swords, maybe it was competition somebody didn't know about. And I said that Queen of Wands could be feisty. If you put that Queen of Wands in a situation to compete, that was not wise. Let's see. One more. with the Five of Wands. The Hierophant in the Tower. What? We already saw the Tower. I mean, there could have been something here that put an end to a commitment, like boom. Wow. I didn't see that coming. A sudden truth. Let me see the Ten of Wands here. I saw strength on the bottom, which is what it takes to carry around that 10 Wands. Okay. Look what it is. Saturn. The Devil. Capricorn's major arcana. Now, we had the Lovers, right? The Devil is number 15. 1 and 5 is 6. You reduce it, you get the Lovers. And I said it's about the need to make a choice. Could be between two sides of you that you're trying to choose from. And maybe the Queen of Wands represents one side and the Queen of Cups represents another side. It could be two different people for some of you. But the Devil comes in as repeating lessons. We saw the Three of Swords. It's a card about temptation and our shadow. Somebody could have gotten very, very triggered. The Tower twice, the Five of Wands. Like I said, if you put this Queen of Wands into a place of competition, that was not the right thing. The Devil, the Page of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. One more. The King of Cups. Interesting. Okay, the King and Queen of Cups. One more there. And then the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, we saw the Two of Wands. The Two of Swords is a crossroads in the heart. It is about the need to make a decision when maybe we don't even have enough facts to make that decision. You have to use your intuition. We have the High Priestess here. So there's something you're going to be needing to decide about. We have one more. The Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. One of these people could be from your past, for sure. But also the Six of Cups is a return to the innocence along with this page. So, I mean, you could be trying to decide whether or not to come in and make some kind of offer or apology or confession here. For some of you, maybe there could be children. We've already gone into that. Temperance and okay. Now let's go to the star codes. I don't know why that went so far sideways. Hope it's making sense for you, my friends. Yeah, wanting to make an offer. Okay. The Page of Cups is like getting the toe wet in the water. It's like a crush. Okay. Let's see. This could be astrological energy in your chart and somebody around you, or just overall influencing the situation. The Six of Cups, soulmate energy. Two of Cups, Four of Wands, the Lovers. This is very deep. Yes, we have the Imam Coli, the roots that reach way down deep, where we come from. But we have this psychic connection too. Yeah, again, I will say some of you, it could have been somebody in your past, and this was the scenario. We have the Moon, Cancer's ruler. The Moon is about what we don't see. It's about what's hidden. We have the 11th house. This is Aquarius's house. It is our friendship groups, our community. We have a lot here about moving, changing communities. Pisces house with the 12th house. which is the last house of the zodiac before the new beginning, where we have the Fool. Go the distance. We have Pisces energy right here. And then we have Cancer energy. Let's see what's on the bottom. And the Chiron energy of healing. Okay. What are we going to do? A talisman or two. Consider the, how's my timing? Okay. Consider these to be like power words that you can take away from the reading with you. If they resonate, of course, like the whole reading. Let's do one more. Yeah, you change in the wind and moving and plans below the surface. All right. We have passion. Yeah. We have, oh, my hair. We have wisdom. Well, there's that hermit energy. Karmic justice, which keeps coming out. I did a video on Mars and Scorpio, and it was all about karmic justice, which is different than physical justice. That's what I'm saying. Magical power. Very strong soul connection. Let's do one more. And then mindfulness, again, the Hermit and the Seven of Swords. I don't know what you were being so careful about. Maybe that competition. Maybe that broken heart. For some of you, it could be that in order to move to where you truly want to go, you had to break the heart of somebody else. Could be. Which isn't easy. All right. Anything else before I close this off? Let's close it off with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so take it only as it resonates, of course. I can't shuffle, but I'm actually going to, because they're heart-shaped, but I'm actually going to cut it a couple of times. And then we'll draw at random. Okay. What do we have, please? Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Is that what you were doing with wisdom and the Hermit? Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. The Devil to the Fool. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you find yourself in. And one more. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. You know what? I want to draw, and that says trust. Not the most scorpionic energy, but still. I want to get a message. Let's see your Queen of Wands. Let's get a message from the Queen of Wands. What does this Queen of Wands want to say? You are intoxicated. I was saying about the passion. My love for you is unconditional and genuine. Okay. And what do you want to say? That's that Six of Cups, Four of Wands, the Lovers. Yeah, it's deep. It's hard to be just friends. Oh, that could have been a thing here. Okay. Please give me some time. We have that Temperance showing up. Okay. Allow nature to take its course. I regret hurting you. That Three of Swords. Last one. Are you happy without me? Are they? And it says my love for you is unconditional. I suppress my feelings and emotions. Okay. That's what I have for you, my friends. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated for you in some way. Pluto all over Scorpio season. It's very intense. Wait till Venus gets there. I'll see you guys soon, my friends. Namaste.